Good evening. This is Bradley Goldberg, your forensic CPA. Today's September 21st, 2025, and I didn't know about this day. I mean, nor should I, but it is Wife Appreciation Day, and it made me start to think. You know, of course, you're all thinking joke and stuff, right? But it's not a joke. It's not. It's not a joke to say something like a Wife Appreciation Day. And I'm going to tell you why it's not a joke. It's a very serious thing. And I mean, you could always make fun of it, but you know, that's level one, right? Level one humanity. Let's dive deeper. Make it worth our while in conversation for what that's worth. You know, I've had my share of experiences, and I'll probably change my mind in an hour, but it is what it is right now. Wife. If you think a wife has anything to do with paperwork, then all you've done is built yourself a small prison with a guard. That's all you've done. What you've done was you put yourself in a box with a guard outside. That's what you've done by signing a piece of paper, if that's all that paper is. And that's all it is for most people. I spoke with a woman, and I said to her, she was married 50 years, 50, and she said to me, I said, why? I said, why are you married 50 years? Like, what do you like about it? I said to her, what do you like? What do you get out of it? And she said the word safety. I said, but does that stop you from doing things in your life? She goes, no, because I have the safety, I do other things in my life. Now, you know, it's a good talking point, but was she really, if I investigate, was she really doing a lot in her life? Maybe. To each their own. I'm not saying, this is not an opinion, it's just I'm brainstorming. I think we could all agree that, I mean, to say a piece of paper is what a lifelong relationship commitment is about. It's a little bit sad that it would come down to a piece of paper. For thousands of years, there was no paper. What do you think? There was paper? There was some contract that was enforceable? Silly. With barely court system. For that matter, I don't think there was wives. Didn't they have 8 in the Bible, everyone? Abraham or something? I don't know. But what does it really mean to have a relationship? You know, we live till 100, 120, maybe longer soon if AI comes up with some solutions. But what does it mean if we live till 200? Why don't we be realistic with ourselves? Why don't we ask the tough questions? If a woman is with the same guy for 10 years and he's just not doing it for her, whether it be physical or emotional, do they have to get divorced? No. No. Maybe he'll evolve. Maybe they should work together on it. But what if she doesn't or he doesn't? Well, how do you fill that gap? If the person wants that gap filled, why shouldn't they? Why should they have to sacrifice so much? We have a finite life. We're humans. Shouldn't we enjoy? Isn't that what God would want? Is God giving us a cursed life? Is that what impressed God? Look at all the pain I had, God. I put myself through this pain for you. For you, I put myself through this pain. Now, I like to run. I do like to actually put myself through a little pain. I feel alive from it. But that's still a selfish thing, right? I'm doing it because I like it. It's like if you give charity and you get something back from it. You know, it's the same type of thing. Wife Appreciation Day. How about just Appreciation Day? You know, there's a woman in my life. And you know how much I appreciate her? I appreciate her so much She'll never comprehend it. In a very real way. And this is what some people feel like when they're actually in love, right? Like they think they're the only person in the universe that could feel that way. I know. It's a good feeling, by the way. It's like everything changes, sort of ripples in your life. But you know when you really know if it's right, if the person, if you really do appreciate the person, you know when you really know? When you're not with that person. I mean, like on vacation, or even for a month or two, or away on business for 6 months, any reason. You're not with that person. Or maybe even you break up. You know, we talk about like breakups being so bad, right? Why? We lose everything in life. Everything you have will be lost. The people, the loved ones, everything. So why do you fight it? There's no reason to. And why do you hate it if you lose it? How silly, right? Why be jealous? Why have these feelings? Why not? If you love someone, don't you want the best for them? How selfish. How not loving to tell someone they can't have something if it will make them happy. Or maybe they just want to try it. God forbid. They want to try something. I mean, who are you to tell your partner the restrictions they have? How silly. How terrible. That's what you're signing in a piece of paper? That's what's most important to you? Good, find someone else that has that same reason. But you might change. Be careful. The brain has elasticity. Neurons change forms, create new connections, lose old ones. Who are you today? Who are you tomorrow? You are a different person. Did you know that? Physically and mentally, you're a different person every single day. Every day. So I'm ranting and raving, speaking a lot of rubbish. Good. At least I'm speaking. It's a miracle that I'm able to speak. You know how many people? About 100 billion are not speaking right now. The number's about 100 billion, just so you know. Gone. What's your great-great-grandfather's name? You don't know. You're going to be dust soon. Speak as much as you want, as loud as you want. Do whatever you want. Don't hurt anybody. Don't hurt anybody. And don't hurt yourself. But, you know, what a shame of the 100 billion people that didn't give life a shot, that had the chance to give it a shot. Oh, could you imagine you go up to heaven and they're like, God is like, or the other people are like, what the hell were you thinking? Why were you in the basement for 10 years? What the hell? Why'd you take all that shit from that guy or that girl? Why don't you just go out and do something? I don't know. If he loves you, he'll follow you or he'll call. What? Think about what they're going to say when you go to heaven. If you believe in God and you think there's a heaven and someone's going to communicate with you and they know your whole life, what if they say to you, why did you do that for so long? Think about that. What a great way to think about life, right? Like, think about like there's going to be someone you have to meet up there. And they videotaped your entire life. And they know every ounce of it and everything that was in your brain, too. Everything you were thinking. And they're going to say, why were you thinking that? Why were you trapping yourself in that situation? You could have gotten out by just walking and using your legs. I mean, amoebas do that. If they don't like the situation they're in, they squirm away. Earthworms do it. Every animal on Earth, every life form, if they don't like the position they're in, they move away. I think only humans, I think we're the only life form that will squirm towards the pain. And I'm not talking about good pain like running. I'm talking about like abuse, like emotional abuse, financial abuse, physical abuse. Like, we're the only life form that will go towards it. Why? Don't do that. So on Appreciation Day, on a Wife Appreciation Day, to circle back, If you're not appreciating what you have in a wife and in other things, in any relationship you're in, then why are you in it? Time's running out. Isn't an appreciation day a good way to test whether you're in the right situation? Because if you don't appreciate what's going on around you, then you're in the wrong spot. You know, I was with a woman named Rena, and Rena said to me she hasn't gotten a gift for like 3 years. I gave her a gift. It was like, you know, we were out going out for a while. And I got her a gift. I got her a bathrobe and a scarf or whatever. You know, I did the best I could. But it was, you know, it was a few dollars. It was